try. Okay,
Beautiful.
we definitely didn't already
First
do this.
try. Yeah. All right.
What's up? I'm sorry, we got so excited over nailing that.
Okay.
I totally lost
So
momentum.
today's episode, we're talking about a tragic event that
Yes.
recently happened. So yesterday, Monday evening, Notre Dame in Paris caught on fire.
Yes, like
All right.
not just caught on fire.
Like,
it was engulfed in flames.
They said about 400 firefighters took them hours to
Yes.
get it under control.
They
and
didn't even fully put out the fire until
Yeah.
I think it was like 3 o'clock their time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what
And
that
the
is our time, but
spire-
3 in the morning.
Well, I think there's like a 5-hour difference.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
you do the math.
It was 3 their time. I know that.
Yeah, so the spire collapsed.
Right, which is quite iconic. It's if you've seen Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He, swings across it and everything. He doesn't he sing his song off
He
of that?
sings his own
And he
song.
hangs from it like he's like
Yeah.
King Kong on the Empire State Building. Yeah, so that tragically, very unfortunately, because that's so old.
Yeah.
Luckily, they didn't lose the bell.
Yeah.
Because I remember when the fire was like really, really in like its biggest part, I was watching it on the news, and that's what one of the people said,
Well,
was
I
that
just-
the bell tower had caught fire. And they were worried that the bell was going to drop.
Yeah,
and it's so heavy that would have just completely like fell right to the ground.
Like people they were interviewing were like, "There's no hope. It's going down," and
It was so sad.
saved it.
Yeah, thank goodness
kind
that they
of.
didn't lose the bell, because like I
Yeah.
feel like that's the thing. Like the
Yeah.
bell is the most iconic thing about that. Obviously, no, totally tragic
The
that they
entire-
lost it,
yeah.
but like I feel like the bell, that was their safety.
Yeah. All right. So for those who don't know, Notre Dame is in Paris, France, and it means Our Lady, who we believe is Mary.
Yes, we're not 100% sure, but we put
Yeah.
2 and 2 together.
Yeah, Mother Mary. Since they were singing and praying, one of the things they were singing and praying was Ave Maria, which is about the Virgin Mary.
Right.
So we're putting 2 and 2 together, guessing.
Yes. We're assuming that, seeing as Notre Dame is known to be like the biggest church maybe of all time.
Yeah.
Next to, of course, the Vatican with
Yeah.
the Pope and everything.
Yeah.
So we're assuming that that's why Our Lady is Mary.
A little backstory on the Notre Dame. They started creating it in 1163, and it took about 200 years to complete. It
The 12th
was finished
century?
in 1345.
That's insane.
Oh my lord! And I think they're saying like 850 years or something. They've had this something, so it's been around for a while.
But if you look at the building, it does make sense because
Yeah.
it is mostly like obviously since they've done additions and repaired it in recent
Yeah.
years, they've made it with like cheaper materials. But most of the building itself is stone,
Yeah.
and that's why a lot of it didn't burn down was because of that.
Yeah.
Was the fact that it was stone. That's why mostly it was just like the roof. If you see, it was like the roof's gone. The
Yeah.
roof is completely gone. Like the sky was black.
It's all over social media. The
It's
event.
everywhere. I'm sure
And-
you've seen the videos.
Yeah.
If you see the videos, they're quite sad of like people outside
Yeah.
praying with rosaries and stuff. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
The pictures, though terrible, are beautiful.
They are pretty cool.
Like, they're
it's
so-
this amazing structure of
You
a
just
building.
see it like up in orange and
It's
the
quite
windows.
cool.
That was
yeah. And like I said, like the skies are just like black and
Black.
smoke everywhere. Terribly sad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But there's just something kind of like artsy about it.
Yeah.
About seeing something beautiful be destroyed.
Yeah,
Like I
and
feel like there's
I-
always something artistic in that.
Yeah. And I was lucky enough to see it before
Yeah.
the event. So
Yeah,
I
that's-
saw it
that's
in
really
March.
lucky.
I think it was March 8th. I saw it.
So that's cool because the one that you saw was like the one that's been around there for I don't know.
Yeah.
Since the what was it 12th
Since-
century
yeah.
they built it, and now it's like that one
Yeah.
will never exist again. So that's cool. You ought to see the real Notre Dame.
The real one.
That's neat. That is cool.
I hope they
I'm
can
jealous.
like use the burnt materials. And
I'm
maybe-
sure they'll do what they can.
Yeah, to make it as.
Like I saw
accurate
like
and realistic.
for a long time they were like obviously they were trying to put the fire out,
Mm.
but like a big point of their thing was they were just trying to get everything valuable out of
Yeah,
it.
so they
'Cause
got
there's so much artwork
a lot
and
of the
stuff.
artwork. They got it.
Yeah,
So
which is
that
good.
was good.
That's good because the
After
fire
a while,
started
they
off.
focused less on the building burning and were like, okay, let's get all this art.
Because they
out.
kind of realized that it was
they
a lost
may
cause.
not. Yeah.
So they just kind of wanted to be like, let's salvage what we can.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
And it's awesome that they did salvage, like you said, apparently a majority of the artwork.
Yeah.
So that,
Now.
thumbs up. Double thumbs up. Yeah.
Our conspiracy.
Right.
Internet's conspiracy.
So, well, like we said, this is very sad, but we do have something that we think is a little cool. So, the day that this burnt down, Monday evening on April 15th, actually happens to be a very, very dark day.
Yes.
But that's why I'm gonna nickname it, is the dark day in history. Because, like, throughout history, just these terribly tragic events, and they're always, like, weirdly tragic,
Yeah.
too. Like, it's, like, very, like, things that you would never expect to happen on April 15th.
Yeah, so we were looking at a long list, but you were saying some of the main ones was the oh my god, the Titanic.
The Titanic sunk, right?
1912.
Yeah, that was...
You were saying it
decades
started
ago.
April 14th when it was sinking. but
Right,
then-
so apparently it hit around 11:40 on the 14th. It had hit the iceberg, but it didn't finish sinking for like over 2 hours. So by the time the boat was actually in the water and sunk, it was April 15th.
Yes, and then there's the Boston bombing.
Right, which I'm sure should be fresh in everyone's mind. That
Yeah.
was just back in 2013. And that was the Boston Marathon, big thing.
Yeah.
It was yearly, but it still is, I think.
Yeah.
But and then they did that, and then there was the bombing, of course, terrorist attack, I believe.
Yeah, the bombing at the marathon. I think it was.
a terrorist
There's a movie
attack.
about it. You can
Yeah,
watch it.
there is. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure there's two. Because there's the one with Jake Gyllenhaal where he loses his legs,
Yeah.
right? And apparently that's really good. We looked that up. Apparently it's like 90% Rotten Tomatoes. But did they not do one with Mark Wahlberg also? And he plays a cop during it?
Maybe.
I feel like that happened.
We'll get
It was
back
either
to-
about Boston bombing or like, no, I really think it was because he's from Boston. So I think that's why he did it.
Okay.
Don't hold me on that. I could be wrong, but I think there's two movies on the Boston bombing that you can watch,
Yeah.
and then of course there's James Cameron's famous Titanic,
Yeah.
and then there's The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
So going back to the Notre Dame, we do believe it's an accident so far.
Yes.
Because I think it's 13 million people a year visit this place, and the time it burnt down, people had already left.
Yeah, it was
It was
completely
closed.
empty. Well, not completely empty. There were
Yeah.
repair people. And that's what they're thinking had caused the fire.
Yeah.
Was some sort of accident. They'd been doing additions and repairs and
Imagine
stuff.
you're like smoking, you just drop your cigarette.
And you're the guy that
You're
burned
the guy
Notre
who
Dame.
burned down.
Oh,
Notre
your
Dame.
life would suck.
Oh dear, and you just kind of have to like pretend it wasn't.
Yeah, I just kind of shrug it off.
Oh.
And another interesting thing we found was Abraham Lincoln, of course,
Yeah.
very famous president, was shot actually on April 14th.
But we believe he died April 15th.
Yeah, because it didn't say exactly the day he died,
But he
it,
was on the list.
it said that he didn't die for another 9 hours after he was shot.
Most likely died on the 15th.
Yeah, and since, like, obviously it was way back then, I'm sure they didn't keep as strict records.
Yeah.
Or that it's just been lost over time.
Another thing, I'm sure there's some historical event from World War II that
Yes.
happened on April,
Certainly,
probably.
April 15th, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a dark day. Do not have children on April.
Nope.
Try and
No
aim
children.
away from April 15th if you can. Because imagine that just sucks. That's like, I feel so bad for people who have birthdays on like 9/11. Because like obviously no, it's your own day, and September 11th shouldn't be completely taken over by the tragic event.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that every
Everyone's
year
posting.
you just see 1,000 posts about
Yeah.
it, and rightfully so. But it would suck if it's your birthday and
So,
everyone's just sad.
I don't want to make myself sound like I'm bad luck, but I was in like New York a few days before 9/11 happened.
Like little
okay?
baby Sadie.
Yeah, and we were gonna stay longer, but then my parents were like, nah, right? Because we were born in 2001, so I was like only a few months old.
Yeah.
And then we left, and then it happened. I was in Paris, and then a month later this happened.
Sadie, you are the.
Oh dear!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
We have two
Something's happening.
conspiracies: 415
Oh my
and
God.
Sadie Smith.
My bad.
These things
guys.
are dangerous. Okay.
It was like I'm trying
Keep
to.
her away from your classic landmarks.
Sadie, I'd like to
I'm like
apologize to everyone now.
I'm sorry.
Never go to the CN Tower. We need that. And we need the CN Tower. Oh my goodness. Why did you tell us this? We need to keep you in a cage or something.
I want to I'm gonna start searching everywhere I've been. I want to see if anything bad has happened
This is so dangerous.
since I've left.
I'm afraid to be here with you right now. This
St.
is scary.
If you were Sadie, you were not
Breaking
safe.
news. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah. Enough
So,
of that.
yeah, that's our conspiracy. We think 415 is the dark day.
Yeah.
But keep an eye out in future. Things are gonna
We'll see.
happen. Things will happen.
All right. So grade 12 day is
Yes.
this Thursday.
We cannot stress enough how important it is to get all of the things we are about to list.
Okay. 40 hours. You need them. Written down on a piece of paper, handed in.
Then they
Okay.
be signed off by everybody that you volunteered to. They
Yeah.
can be on one sheet of paper, multiple sheets of paper. Doesn't matter if you're messy.
You do not graduate if you do not have your hours.
Those are very, very important. That is the thing that you need the most. Everything else is just for fun of being a grade 12.
Yeah.
But you need those 40 hours to graduate.
All right. Next thing is our prom tickets.
Right? That was also very important. but
Everything school cash online.
Yes, and it's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. $85 for prom tickets.
Save your money.
Yes. So maybe just be like that single kid that stays home and then watches it on live stream. I'll be the one to live
Oh, yeah,
stream
we'll
it.
live stream it for you.
Roy
Yeah, you
TV
don't
will
have
live
to pay
stream
for
it for the ones that don't want to pay. Because $85 is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Yearbook. You have
Right.
to pay for that on school cash online.
That's also $40.
Something like that.
Yeah. Also expensive. Less expensive. But
And-
expensive.
The other day, what day was it? April
Last
8th?
week?
Something. Last week on Monday.
Yeah.
Right?
That was a
Yeah.
week ago.
We're given sheets.
Right.
You have to fill them out.
Yes, those are very, very important. I don't know if they give you gown.
Yeah.
I want to say form. If they give you a gown, even if you don't fill it out, but if they do, I imagine it won't fit you.
Yeah.
So make sure you get your measurements, height, what is it, waist or whatever.
I
don't
think
know.
if you are
Shoulder.
bigger, you can check it off that you want a bigger gown.
Right.
I'd like to add that that's $30, the gown graduation.
Right. So all in all, you need $85, $40, and $30 in that day. You need to just throw money away. Literally
yeah.
throw money away.
Yeah. So.
But those are all due this Thursday, April 18th.
Yeah.
And
I'd
that's
also like to add on top
last
of
day.
that, for your hours, if you don't have all of them, you gotta speak to Mr. Peckman or someone so that they don't automatically say you're not graduated.
Yeah.
You gotta talk to them.
So I think if you're like, hey, I'm getting it this weekend, then they'll be like, they'll shake their head at you. They'll be like, naughty, and then they'll give it to you.
You've had 4 years though.
Yeah,
If you
at
don't
this
have
point-
them, that's just bad.
Hey,
Some people I'm talking to, they're like, I have 400 hours. I'm like, what? Okay.
It's like, good for you. You're graduating for both of us. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like, you wanna give me some hours?
And then other good upcoming events. This isn't until next week, I believe.
Yeah,
Week
I'm
after?
not sure.
Next week, week after.
A few weeks.
A little bit. A little bit.
Coming soon. Thursday, April 25th is our spring dance.
Right, so I don't know when tickets go on sale
They
for
have
that.
already been up.
What?
So
Tickets for your spring dance are on
I already
sale.
have mine.
You might not have gotten one. They might be sold out. I
I'm
didn't
sorry,
even know
guys.
this was a thing.
Yeah, spring dances then. Pay for it online.
Right. Also
Hopefully,
school cash online.
hopefully we still have it. We're not with Holy Trinity this year.
What?
I don't
thought
think
we
so.
were.
I'm pretty sure they.
So
said
is
no.
it here?
I think it's here.
That's interesting.
So if we're not with Holy Trinity, maybe we have more
Yeah,
opportunities.
there
to
should
get
be more
tickets.
tickets then.
So,
Okay.
Go
so
check
spring
online.
dance tickets available online, maybe.
and then the week after that, on Tuesday, April 30th, is our cake auction.
Right. I do think that all the spots to sign up are filled.
Yeah, well, you can talk to Miss
McKinley?
McKinley about
Someone
that.
about that. Bellefontaine
Or
could probably help
Bellefontaine,
you.
yeah.
And then, if you want, bring in money.
Bring in money
Totally
for your
bring in money
period
for your
2 class, and
period
you
2.
get cake.
You can, like, try and, what is it?
You have to,
Not
like,
vote. Bet?
auction.
Oh, what's the word I'm trying to say? Bid! Thank you so much. You can bid on cakes. And all the money goes to a fundraiser. It's a great cause.
Social justice decides where the money goes.
Totally. And then you get cake for you and your class, so that's very awesome.
None of us have, like Rahim, Kaleb, and myself, we don't have a period 2 class.
This is our period 2.
So we're going to be
we'll be there
sneaking in
filming.
classrooms.
If you guys want to donate cake to Roar TV, that would be very appreciated. We would love some free
I wonder
cake.
if we can convince them to, like, leave the best cake for us.
Yeah, I feel like we need it.
It's like,
If we film it and be like, just give us the best cake.
yeah, if we have enough money, like
We should do it.
20 bucks, I think.
Are you kidding me? Some people go like $50 for a cake,
Okay,
or like $100.
Yeah, some of the classes go really extreme.
People
don't
are
need
pretty
to.
crazy.
Yeah.
People are crazy.
Yeah.
But that is all the upcoming events that we have in the next week or 2 at. Oh, I was about to say Roar TV. At St. Stephen's. That's what school we go to. And that's about all that we've got for you guys today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.